NBA Straya, how are you going? Hang on. I hope you're all right. You should be. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's Friday, isn't it? Friday, December 6th. And I'm about to go to a music festival. Even as an old man, apparently I still do this. Sure. So very quick little weekend preview show for you today. Just a very brief one. Literally, we're going to go through the last little bit of news that sort of popped off this morning. I'm currently watching Cleveland versus Denver, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so we're not going to wrap up any games, nothing like that. We're literally just going to preview all the games for Saturday, Sunday, Monday for you. That'll be good, just so you know what's coming. You know who we like, all that sort of good stuff. And that'll be it. And then I'll get out of your hair, and then I'll go drink some tins in the heat and watch Korn. Now, I'm going to watch 311 and Mastodon. Mastodon, one of my all-time favorite bands. So that's going to be fun. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Episode, very brief one, 1170 of NBA Straya. Let's go!
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gay.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Darcy Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
Hi, this is Ryan Brockhoff.
This is Mitch Creek.
This is Nick Kay.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
You better. I'll tell you what. Shaq's been popping off a little bit of late, which is kind of fun. We're cutting checks, real money online for our 8 campus students. That's kind of cool. The Grind, presented by Campus Grad. And also, he reposted about Shaq Alyssus XL Gummies, you beauty. I'm excited. I'm so excited. There's literally the packet behind me. I'm in the old Larry Armour Studios. The sour ones is fire. He's reposted that one. That's good. Nice. Anyway, as I said, I'm off to Good Things today, which will be pretty fun. I have the day off work, but I figured I'd just quickly do the weekend preview show. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of just talking out all the games. And a little bit of news. So let's just start there with the daily. Oh, it's a whip around, Jim, is it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm also a bit dusty today. We had we had a work function yesterday. Just a few Steins later, and you just, oh God, Steins is big. Just one of those ones. I am rank today. But, you know, what is it? Hair of the dog that bit ya. Let's go. We're just going to go to the Flemington Racecourse, sink a few tins and see some metal bands. Also, bowling for soup. Sure. Jet? The Living End. Why not? I feel like killing Heidi on that bill. It's the weirdest. I love it. Anyway, just more stoked for Mastodon. I can't believe some 41 pulled out. That sucks. Anyway, little bit of news. Kawhi. Reports are now they're targeting to bring him back before Christmas. Interesting to see how that goes. He's a pretty fun guy. I feel like the Clippers talk about, like, you know, treading water in a very good way without your superstar. The thing is, I don't think Kawhi's interested in playing basketball that much, so we'll see how he actually goes once he is back. You know, it's going to be pretty interesting. What do we got? Matty. Well, there we go. Matty O. Nah, just got to check to see if we're going to do anything there. Khris Middleton. He's also coming back. That's pretty cool. Up against the Celtics there. So that is a ripper game as well. Boston, Milwaukee. I believe that's tomorrow. Yeah. I love that because reincorporating Middleton, look, you know it's going to be a little bit wonky, but the Bucks are already big underdogs against the Celtics, so why the hell not? So he'll be back, listed as probable. He's had practices, all that sort of gear, and hasn't played, obviously, the 21 games so far this season that they've played, so let's go. He's physically up to it. Let's go, Khris Middleton. Be a Kate, not a Pippa. Outside of that, LeBron James is doubtful to play apparently today. That's fine. I mean, wait a second, are the Lakers even playing today? Lakers Hawks. That's tomorrow. That's right. There you go. This is all actual, factual, proper news for tomorrow then. So, LeBron James, questionable with a sore foot against the Atlanta Hawks on your Saturday morning. He just wants to duck Dyson Daniels, I reckon. And so he should. Because this is one goat to the next. Just ducking goatness. And obviously then Middleton back for the Boston game, same day. That's going to be pretty fun. We also have a bit of Wemby. He's not playing in today's game. I think that's, against Chicago. So, bit of a tough one, I guess. I mean, if you're Chicago, you're like, oh, that's probably good for us. Why not? All right, that's about it in terms of news. There's nothing sort of else massive going on. I think I hit on yesterday's show that Draymond and Steph are out for today's game as well against the Rockets. Again, talk about ducking greatness. They just don't want any bar of my beloved Houston Rockets. Right. So, that's kind of it for the minute. Role player of the week, Tyus Jones. He's just crushing it, leading the NBA in assist to turnover ratio. He's the Luke Longley Award winner for this week. There you go. Right. Otherwise, let's get into it. Let's do some game previews. Game previews. Thanks, inadvertent vein. Not a problem, Jim. Are you excited to go to a music festival? I'd be more excited if it wasn't like 38 degrees and stinking hot and I was already hungover. I'll tell you that much. Got to stay hydrated, Jim. Yes, I do. But it should be a good weekend. I've got the Squid's birthday party on Sunday. It's going to be good fun. All right, let's do it. Big weekend ahead. Starting with Saturday, we have Orlando taking on Philadelphia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. The Magic men are 3.5-point favorites in Philly. Paul George, assuming he comes back and plays for this Sixers team in this game. You've got Maxey, you've got McCain, Yabu. We just sort of saw like the effect that Jalen Suggs can have. And we quite literally just saw this game yesterday. So, with that in mind, the Magic won that one, 106-102. They now play again. Do we think the same thing can happen? Yeah, nah. I kind of think so. I think there is at least a blueprint there where Orlando play a little bit better. Their big men weren't able to do much. Franz Wagner, hello, had 35. Yeah, Big Mo Wagner had a pretty good game as well. Suggs didn't hit too many shots. That's what Suggs does, though. But he also just killed Maxey. But now that you sort of work through it, you add a bit of Paul George back into that mix, presumably. If Paul George plays, I'm taking Philly plus 3.5. If he doesn't, I'd go with Orlando. Then we have the Lakers. The Lakers taking on the Hawks. And Dyson Daniels, how good is this one going to be? We're going to go the Hawks minus 3.5 here. Because the size of the Hawks, when you got Clint Capella, Jalen Johnson and co. Onyeka Okongwu. But basically, because you got a bunch of big dudes, you got your rebounding sword, you got Dyson Daniels on the perimeter. Atlanta should be way too much more of a handful for the Lakers than the Lakers will be for Atlanta. So let's go the Hawks at home, minus 3.5. Then we have Milwaukee at Boston. What a great game. This will be Giannis, Dame, Khris Middleton up against Boston. Boston have had the luxury of just going, well, Peyton Pritchard is now like white Michael Jordan. So we'll just rest Jason Tatum and Drew Holiday today. It's pretty good. Not a bad position to be in, bro. I'm going to take the Bucks plus 6.5 here, however, because I think on the road, they'll get up for this game. Giannis is going to go absolutely hammer and tongs. Boston probably win it, but I think the Bucks can at least kind of keep that one close. Boston might have just given Drew the night off the other day, and now he's got to take on Dame. But I think the Bucks can do this one. Get it close, cover that 6.5. Boston probably still win. Indy at Chicago. Wow, defense optional here, fellas. Chicago 2.5-point underdogs at home against the Pacers. Now, I would be tempted to sort of jump on Indy, but God, they've been bad. They've been so bad. They lost in Toronto. I'm going to go Chicago plus 2.5, but my vibe here is overs. No one's playing defense, man. But Chicago are also the sort of team that you can play yourself back into form against, aren't they? So Indy might have a bit of a Miles Turner explosion against Vooch. Halliburton might get himself going against the likes of Levine and Gids and co. But if the Bulls just play a solid-ish kind of game and get into a bit of a shootout, the +2.5 might be okay, though. Let's go Chicago. Then we've got San Antonio up against Sacramento with the Kings. So with the Spurs playing today, we're going to go with Sacramento. What is it? -2.5 in San Antonio. The Souvlaki King up against, I mean, if Wemby does come back for that game tomorrow, he's dealing with a sore back today. I don't know if they'd risk him in a back-to-back, so I might take Sacramento -2.5 there. Monk is absolutely firing. Fox is crushing it. Yeah, let's go the Kings -2.5. Then we have Minnesota at Golden State, and with Curry and Draymond sitting out today, you feel like they'll be ready and raring to go for the Wolves on Saturday? Question mark? Don't know. I'm going to take Minnesota +1.5 at the moment. With Rudy Gobert, this stuff with Tower, Ant-Man and co. I just feel like they're a little bit more solid. And they did a bloody job on the Clippers yesterday, didn't they? So let's go the Wolves. And then finally tomorrow, Utah at Portland. An absolute barn burner, that one. Jeez. I'm going to go Portland -3.5. Slightly more trustworthy than the Yaz. Still not great, though, are they, those teams? Then Sunday, we've got Cleveland at Charlotte. We're going to go the Cavs. They are currently in a dogfight. Cleveland. With Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. Pretty good. They're up at the half. We picked Cleveland to actually win that game, so hopefully they do. Anyway, we're going to go Cleveland in Charlotte. Charlotte with a big game today against the Knicks. They're currently leading that after the first quarter. But anyway, I'm going to go Cleveland in Charlotte just because as good as the Hornets are at home, Cavs should still win that. Denver, go to Washington. Washington have 2 wins this season. We're going to go Denver. Nikola Jokic and co should smash them. OKC, we're going to take them in New Orleans as well. The Pelicans are all over the bloody shop. They really, really are. And with a couple of days off, maybe they'll be feeling okay. They're playing Phoenix right now. They are starting Spindles Ingram. He's back from his calf. They've got CJ McCollum and they've got DeJounte Murray. I still don't think they're going to be able to beat OKC. We're going the Thunder. Detroit go to the Knickerbockers of New York City. That's right, they go to MSG. I'm taking the Knicks in that. Detroit are good. Detroit are feisty. But Detroit are not as good or as feisty as the Knicks. Let's go the Knicks. Dallas at Toronto. Dallas are currently putting one on Washington at the half. They're up by 18. Dallas should just have enough to get by Toronto. Should. But Toronto, just saying, they've been sneakily pretty okay like the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to go Toronto in that Dallas game on Sunday. It sort of screams a sort of weird game where Luka just does some weird stuff and has like a really bad shooting night or something. Don't mind Toronto. They're sneaky. Just saying, we're going to go the Raps. Memphis at Boston. How good is this? A bit of Ja Morant. He reckons he doesn't want to dunk anymore because he doesn't want to get hurt. Okay. That grit and grind Memphis team going to Boston. We're going to take the Celtics still. Memphis are fun. Scottie Pippen Jr., Triple J, Desmond Bain, etc. But I think Boston should be a little bit too good, a little bit too deep. Phoenix and Miami. What a fun matchup that is. But with no KD, Phoenix today are starting Tyus Jones. Brad Beal did come back. I sort of mentioned that on yesterday's show. He was like persona non grata. But with Beal and Booker, Plumlee, Royce O'Neal and co., I still think Miami are probably a little bit too tough for that Phoenix team. We're going to go the Heat at home against the Suns. Like Booker versus Tyler Hero. Jeez, that's a bit of a shootout. But Butts and Bam and stuff, they should be a little bit too good, shouldn't they, Miami? And then we get to Monday. We're going to massive, stupidly big 12-game slate on Monday. Because why not? Remember, next week we also have the knockout phases of the in-season tournament, Wednesday and Thursday, so that's going to be fun. But Monday we have 12 games. We're going to go Philly at Chicago. I actually like Philly in that because if you've got a couple of days off, maybe they roll out Paul George as well. But McCain and Maxey up against that Bulls defense, I feel like Philly should get into a bit of a groove offensively and beat the Bulls. Milwaukee at Brooklyn. Pretty interesting one. Brooklyn is sneakily okay. They had a big win yesterday against the Pacers. Can they beat the Bucks at home? I'm going to say no. Giannis versus Ben Simmons, a battle of the ages. No, the Bucks should be too good in Brooklyn. Their defense more than anything, like up against Brooklyn, if you can just sort of slow down Cam Johnson and Dennis Schroeder and Drummond Rondo, you can probably figure out Brooklyn at the moment. Without Dorian Finney-Smith, without Cam Thomas. Yeah, let's go Bucks. Charlotte at Indy. Charlotte, obviously, are in struggle town without LaMelo. Indy at home. We know the Halliburton splits are dramatically different home and road. So we're going to go Indy against the Hornets. Atlanta hosts Denver. This is pretty interesting. Do you reckon this Hawks team and their size, can they get Denver on the road? I don't think so. I think Denver, if they do end up losing this game, then actually that'll be a back-to-back for Denver. Maybe they drop this one because I think they go out and probably beat beat Washington on the Sunday. And then I reckon Atlanta might have a sneaky chance against them on the Monday. So let's go Atlanta. It's a pretty short turnaround as well, I think. For that Monday, I think those games start at 5 a.m. our time. Let's have a look. Beep-a-doop-boo. Yes, I believe that's right. 5 a.m., 7:30. Yeah, that is a 10 a.m. start our time. So it's a pretty short turnaround from the day before where they play. It's less than 24 hours after they play Washington. They'll probably kill Washington, get a bit of rest into Jokic and go. But Atlanta are going to be a bit of a tough one at home. So let's go the Hawks. Cleveland, Miami. How good is that game on Monday? Love it. I'm going to go the Cavs. Despite them playing on the road against Charlotte the day before, Miami playing a pretty tough Phoenix team as well that same day. So I like the Cavs to go into Miami and beat them. Phoenix at Orlando. A bit of a Vince Carter bowl, that one. The Magic against the Suns. The Suns doing the Florida trip. They play the Miami Heat the day before. Then take on the Magic Men. I think the Magic are too good for the Suns on that one on Monday. Memphis at Washington. The Grizzlies should maul the Wizards. Do you like that? Because they're a bear. Nice one, Jim. New Orleans at San Antonio. I actually like the Pelicans to get a win on the road in San Antonio. Wemby probably goes off. But if the Pels do have Brandon Spindles, Ingram back, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, they've probably got just enough to get by the San Antonio team. It's a sneakily okay game now. Minnesota Golden State. That's a good game too. I think with them playing on Saturday, they do the old double up. Can Minnesota win both of them? My guess is going to be no. I think Golden State get at least one of them, and it'll be the one that if Steph is back and Draymond's playing as well, they get that one. So I'd probably go the later one on Monday just so you can watch it all actually unfold, get a grip on what they do on the Saturday game, and then they come out and smoke them on the Monday. Houston at the Clippers. It's a James Harden bowl. How good is this? You know that the Clippers are going to give their absolute best against Houston, and Harden is going to go absolutely ham after, I don't know, probably hanging out and taking some of these former muckers over there and going to some of the finer gentlemen's establishments in the greater Los Angeles area. I'll take the Clippers against the Rockets. I don't like it that much, but I reckon they can get that one. The Rockets are good. The Rockets are deep. The Clippers, though, you know they'll be motivated. So let's go to the Clips. Sacramento, they host Utah. I think the Kings should be a little bit too good for the Yaz. It's a soft J. And then Portland Lakers. The Lakers.
The Lakers stink!
They really do. They are horrible, but they should still be too good for the Portland Trailblazers at home in front of their home fans, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? I don't know, Jim. You're the one telling the story. Yeah, I reckon they'll be a little bit too good. And there you go. I think that might be it. That is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 12 games on that Monday. That is brutal. But that is it for us for the week. And yeah, let's go. This is going to be awesome. Can't wait to go to good things. But that was just a quick little preview show for your weekend. 20 minutes, basically in and out. I might just chuck a cooking with Baines in the end of this one for you too. Just because why not? And then I'm going to go and head over to good things and have a fun day. So we'll be back on Monday to wrap up those games that we just mentioned and previewed for you. That's what we do on NBA Straya every bloody day. So get around us on Twitter, Facey IG, TikTok, YouTube, of course. Get around NFL Straya with myself and Gaz. We've got an awesome Lions-Green Bay game kicking off right now. Check us a rating review on your Apple Podcast, your Spotify, YouTube, whatever app you use on your Android phone. And get around all of our other shows as well. The AFL Today Show, AFLW Today Show, Cricket Today Podcast, Cricket Today Show. Second test starts today. That's going to be awesome. What else we got? We've got the Football Today Show. We've got hold all tickets for your GGs. All the good stuff. Get around them all. leave a rating or review. Make sure you subscribe. Grab your partner's phone, subscribe them to it as well. Your mums, your dads, go nuts. Big thanks always go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. Check out House Hats as well as Joshua De Laurentiis, Fascinator, Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sex Trader, Green, and Dozers. They're behind all the tunes you hear throughout the show. Smash them all on Bandcamp, Triple J and Earth, Face, Apple Music, Spotify. However you support your bands, listen to your tunes, do that. NBA Straya supports Australian bands, so should you. I'm going to go see heaps of bands right now. All right, we will catch you on Monday, dickheads. Have a great weekend. This is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would ya? And little Zana!
Cooking with Bainesy is filmed in front of a live studio audience. And now it's time for Cooking with Bainesy with your host, Aaron Bangers Baines. Oh, yeah. All right, g'day. Oh, g'day. Oh, look at yourself. Yes, g'day, Cheryl. I always see you down the front. Yeah. All right. Oh, come on, settle down. Thanks very much. Yes, welcome to Cooking with Bainesy. I'm your host, Aaron Bangers Baines. And look, on this here episode, we are going to whip up one of my all-time absolute Aussie favourites. It's going to blow your mind. You can have it whenever. It's an absolute bloody treat. It is the classic party pie. Yeah, that's right. We're going to cook up some party pies for you on this episode of Cooking with Bainesy. Now, I love me some party pies. They're easy as, mate. Definitely helps keep up this physique, you know what I'm saying? I reckon I probably put away about 40 of these buggers per week, eh? Easy. All right, so. All right, you ready? So it's bloody simple, mate. Yes, all you gotta do is go down to your local soupy and just grab a box of party pies of whatever takes your fancy. Because look, now, I like the round ones and you can get a pack of 24 of patties, but I do also like the 4 and 20 party pies, which come in those rectangles. They're a bit easier to eat because you can just grab the end and you're not going to burn your tongue. So whatever you prefer, just don't fuck around with the party packs. The sausage rolls are absolutely bloody rubbish. So, now, it's bloody simple. Just preheat your oven to 250 degrees or as hot as you bloody well want. Dump all 24 of your party pies. Don't screw around and only do 12 or half of them or whatever. Put all 24 out there because you're going to eat all of them. Trust me, you're going to eat all of them. When she's all heated up, your oven, put your tray in there. Just, I don't know, look at the back of the package. See that it says 30 minutes. Now, go crack a 10. Sit back. Hang out. Once they're done, grab them out. Load them up with a bit of tomato sauce. And Bob's your bloody uncle. That is awesome, isn't it? Just look at it now. Look. This is very important. Give them a second to cool down. You probably have to only bite like the edge of one of them to open it up just to see how hot it is. Because otherwise, you'll burn your bloody tongue because the insides of these buggers are like bloody molten lava, eh? So, grab yourself another 10. Wait for them to cool down just a little bit so they're not bloody molten lava. Then get your bloody munch on. Oh, there you go. Look at this one. That's an absolute bloody ripper. The best bit is, these are as good as anything for any occasion. You got mates coming around, party pies. Missus with some of her mates, party pies. Kid's birthday, party pies. Getting home shit-faced after a night out of the Terps, party pies. Easy. They're just bloody delicious, mate. All right, look, I'm just going to munch in this, and I'll probably cook up enough of them for all of you. Look at this. Here we go. Oh, how easy is that? Love it. All right, so get into the party pies, and that's it for this week. How easy. All right, tune in next week for a new recipe, and we'll see you then on the next episode of Cooking with Bainesy.